Dami wanionganya ilo debe. Tunasikiza debe ya muziki kwenye nganya.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Langata.
It's actually Langata though.
Yeah.
Because there's no
Apostrophe.
Is that apostrophe?
Yes, it's an apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
So that's nani. That's what there's not so very different. Apostrophe.
Kama
Akso.
ingekuwa ngaro.
No, he has one. So it's Ngaro.
Nimesema ingekuwa.
Hapa kuna communication barrier.
No, I speak you baby.
Hapa iko
Ingekuwa.
Hapa you need the UN. The interpreter.
The 34A man.
The interpreter. I'm a sign language. That person for the
Episode 38, Part 3 of Kenya's premier sports video podcast, the 3 Quarters Podcast. Jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan and support our Kenya Simbas. As you know, they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019. I'm Janine Duffield.
This is Nash, official noisemaker.
Jeringus Kenyana.
Now, in Part 3, as usual, we'll talk about sports other than rugby. We'll start off with football, and that is the summer transfer windows officially closed. Any shockers for you?
Shockers, not really. Just a couple of things I want to mention. Yeah. Alexis Sanchez finally deciding to stay at Arsenal. That's going to be a very important. It's going to be something people need to watch out, because I don't think Alexis is passionate. Staying at Arsenal. And number 2, his contract runs out in January, therefore making him eligible for a free transfer. So the question very many people ask is Alexis going to bring it? Is he going to bring the noise, for lack of a better word? It's going to be a tough one, but I don't think he's going to do it. That's the one I'm saying. Philip Coutinho unable to go to Barcelona. I think it's a let down for Barcelona. Barcelona having lost Neymar, and there are talks about Lionel Messi and Andres Iniesta's contracts breaking down. Breaking down. We don't know how that's going to go, but I think Barcelona are going to be in problems, and it boils down to what we had a couple of episodes ago, that Barcelona are going to have. I think this is the genesis of Barcelona's decline for a few years. Diego Costa has still been included in the Chelsea squad, despite Antonio Conte making it clear that Costa is not a part of his plans. So I don't know what he's doing there. I think he's excess baggage. But it takes me back to something I think about in 2007 when what's his name? I keep on forgetting. Fabio Capello was coaching Real Madrid, and David Beckham had made it apparent that he was moving to the LA Galaxy, and Capello said that he was not going to involve Beckham in any of Real Madrid's games from when he announced. Fast forward to later on in the season, some guys got injured and he had to involve Beckham, and Beckham was very instrumental in making Real Madrid win the La Liga that season. So we don't know. We can wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how Costa's situation plays out.
Yeah. Well, I think you've covered most. But just to add on the Alexis Sanchez situation, I think if there won't be any contract extensions, the Arsenal should have cashed him. And just let him go and make some profit out of it. I don't understand what these guys are discussing with Messi. How much more money can they give him?
At 31.
At 31.
Yeah.
He may as well just come to the Premier League and try and prove to us he's the actual best player in the world. So, yeah.
All right.
Let's wait and see.
Okay. So on to the international football wrap-up.
I think the biggest news from the international football scene that has happened this past week is Belgium being the first country to qualify for the World Cup in 2018, alongside the hosts, of course, Russia. This is the best collection of talent we've seen since the Spain team of David Villa and Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta. We have the likes of Eden Hazard, Lukaku, Origi. So it's Courtois in goal. So I thought it doesn't come as a shocker for Belgium qualifying, being the first team to qualify for the World Cup. And the other perennial powerhouses in Europe seem set to qualify for the World Cup in Russia next year. But we'll just have to wait and see how the next few months turn out in the European section.
Well, a bit closer to home in Africa. Yeah, I think what game stood out for me would be the Uganda versus Egypt that propelled them to the top of the table. They won 1-0, propelled the top of the table, and you should note that the group winners are the ones who will be qualifying for the World Cup. So I'd like to see Uganda getting there. Yeah. It would be quite good for this side region, this side of the continent. Yeah.
All right, so now we move on to the Italian Grand Prix. That's back to you, Miss.
We have the Italian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton coming out on top of Team Mercedes, followed by his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Coming in third was Sebastian Vettel. But I think I'd like to mention that the guy who had the best race over the weekend must have been Daniel Ricciardo of Red Bull. The guy started from 16th and finished 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, he had the best. I think he had the best day. Then Hamilton having a record, setting a record, most number of poles, 69, and a record 59th win. Yeah, he's having quite a season. This is the first time he's leading this season.
Exactly.
This season, yeah. Just by 3 points.
Okay.
It's gonna go down to the wire.
That's a close one.
Yeah.
All right, and our next is the bonus segment, where the question is, with what we've seen with money in sports, what's your take on how the use of money has affected the transfer window in terms of football?
Money, when you pump, money is always good. No one dislikes money. No one wouldn't want to have money. But when you have it, when you see what you've been seeing in the recent past, a lot of money being pumped onto a single player, let's say. Someone like Osman, is it Osmane or Osman? Osman Dembele, going for 97 million pounds. I'm trying to ask myself, what is that? Neymar going for 198 million pounds. That guy can fund Kenya's budget for like a year. But it kind of tends to spoil the sport in this sense. I think the antiques that happen outside tend to take the center stage and affecting what goes on inside the pitch. Now it becomes very too commercial, and it's not good for the game. But then again, it's good for the executives. Then they'll enjoy the game. They'll enjoy the money. But for the game, I don't think it's quite good for the game. No, not all I don't.
All right. What about you?
The biggest thing about American sports, and that's why they're popular, for lack of a better word, is the commercial aspect in American sports. And I've always disagreed with that, because when you make it too commercial, then you lose out, I think, what's the fundamental of sports. And the biggest thing is the passion that the players have. Sport has evolved over the years, and that's why I've never bought into this argument that times change. For example, if you look at football, I'm sure Maradona didn't earn as much money as Romario did. And these are two players from the 80s and the 90s. I'm sure Zidane was earning much more money than Romario was in the 90s. But one thing that's constant through the three of them is the amount of passion these guys had for the game. And the biggest thing for me is that, like, representing their countries was very big. So the passion was, like, it was number one, passion. Number two, I mean, if you're getting paid for your passion, then it's good.
Yeah.
Well.
I remember Zinedine Zidane, when he became coach of Real Madrid, he told them, he didn't come with too much flash. First thing he told them was, guys, play the game because you enjoy it. And that changed. And you see what has happened at Real Madrid since he became coach. I don't think we get the value for the money nowadays. I think about when Christian Vieri was breaking the record for the most expensive player. Gigi Buffon was the most expensive goalkeeper. Then Luis Figo came in. Then Zinedine Zidane. It was a group of guys who are like, you know what? This is actually value for your money. And you actually saw it transforming. Just one player or two players transforming into titles. Over the recent past, we've seen Cristiano Ronaldo becoming the most expensive player. I think that was value for money.
Yes.
Cristiano's I do not disregard. Before Cristiano was, of course, Kaká. I don't disregard that. But Paul Pogba, come on. What is he bringing? Hairstyles. He can't be the most expensive. He can't be the most expensive player. As they're saying, Ousmane Dembele now talking about 97 million pounds. Neymar, yes, he's a talent.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was worth 198 million pounds. It doesn't make sense at all, despite the amount of money that's in the game. Come on, guys, we have to let's get a bit realistic. Lastly, It's what we were saying, that it's just like the stock exchange. Like, understand that the executives need to make money, understands that the players need to make money, but there's one thing that has been proven time and time again: the players who go after money, or the clubs that go after money, cash in quick, but it doesn't last. It'll be there for a season, 2 seasons, and it's done. And they act, and to me, the most important teams to look at across Europe, in England, I've always said it's 3: Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United, in terms of their transfer policies. In Spain, it's Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's where they've dominated the leagues. You go to although in Italy it's bad now because of Inter and AC, but Juventus are there dominating the league. This thing, the transfer policy. Sorry, my other career is getting into this, but my the transfer policies are very, set. Invest in long term. Buy. Don't overbuy just because of quick wins. Like Manchester United bought Angel Di Maria the other day for 70 million pounds or thereabouts. They sold him for like 40. That's a loss
of 30.
So
I can't even translate to a title or anything.
Exactly. So I think we need to get to a point where you balance it out. Yes, we do agree that the most expensive player now is not going to be the price of Zinedine Zidane, which is 45 million. But come on, guys, we can't be splashing some of this money that we are seeing for some of these guys.
And the question is Zinedine Zidane was worth that because he was the best player
at that time.
Exactly. Right now, Neymar is 198 million pounds worth. Is he the best player though?
Question mark.
That's it for Money in Sports and Transfers. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram, like our page on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Jamila Duffield.
This is Nash, official Icebreaker.
Jeringus Kenyana.
That's it for episode 38. See you for episode 39.